Today, I'm going to tell you the true story of the biggest and strongest man to ever walk the earth, someone who lived millions of years ago, long before the age of tools or weapons. A time when survival was a daily battle, and nature itself was both an ally and an enemy. A giant among men, he faced the wild with nothing but his body and mind as weapons, proving that true strength lies not in tools, but in the spirit and will to survive. This is the story of the Kale, who fought the greatest challenges the earth had to offer. Millions of years ago, when the world was wild and untamed, there existed a tribe of early humans, struggling to survive against nature's harshest elements. Among them was a man who towered above everyone, both literally and figuratively. He was unlike any human the world had ever seen. His height was twice that of an ordinary man, and his strength was beyond imagination. His muscles rippled like the force of nature itself, and his mere presence commanded respect and awe. He was known as Kale, the Titan. Kale was not only a physical giant, he was the tribe's protector. Whenever danger approached, whether from a wild beast or a rival tribe, the people turned to Kale for help. With his unmatched size and strength, Kale could fight off any threat that came their way. But Kale's heart was as noble as his body was strong. He fought not for glory, but for the safety of his people. One day, as the sun began to set and the warm orange glow of the evening bathed the land, the rest of the tribe set out on a hunting expedition. They were on a quest to bring back meat for the tribe, and they needed to hunt as many animals as they could to survive the coming days. Kale, however, was exhausted from a previous battle with a rival tribe, and he decided to rest. The rest of the tribe ventured into the forest, unaware that something far more dangerous than they could imagine was approaching. In the shadowed woods, a pack of wolves had been stalking the tribe for days. They had watched Kale from a distance, knowing that he was the greatest threat to their hunt. But now, with the tribe out of the way, the wolves saw their chance. The pack of wolves, led by a massive, menacing alpha, moved swiftly through the forest, their eyes gleaming with hunger. They were skilled hunters, and they had been waiting for the right moment to strike. When the tribe left, the wolves wasted no time and moved in. As they reached the spot where Kale lay sleeping, they surrounded him. The wolves crept quietly, sensing that the giant man was unaware of their presence. But as the alpha wolf leaped forward to attack, Kale's instincts kicked in. His enormous frame shot up from the ground, his powerful hands grabbing the neck of the first wolf that dared to come near him. The fight began. The wolves, sensing that they had underestimated Kale, surrounded him in a circle, growling and snapping at his legs, trying to find an opening. Kale's fists pummeled through the air, knocking wolves to the ground with each powerful blow. His strength was unmatched, and he fought with the ferocity of a storm. But the wolves were swift, and they were many. The battle was intense, and Kale was slowly being overwhelmed. As the wolves attacked from all sides, one of the tribe members who had been lagging behind the rest suddenly appeared in the distance. He had heard the sounds of the struggle and rushed back to help. But as he neared the battlefield, he saw the wolves' strength in numbers, and panic struck him. He was unarmed, and with fear in his heart, he turned to run. In the chaos, one of the wolves lunged at the fleeing man and caught him by the leg. The man screamed in terror as the wolf's powerful jaws locked around his calf, pulling him down. The pack was closing in, and it seemed as though nothing could save him from the wolves' deadly jaws. But Kale, despite being surrounded and bleeding from a few wolf bites, heard the man's cries. His eyes, filled with determination, turned to the struggling figure. The alpha wolf writhed in his grasp, its claws scraping at Kale's arms, but it was no match for his strength. Kale twisted the wolf's neck and snapped it with a single motion. The wolf let out one final, desperate howl before it fell silent, its body limp in Kale's hands. With the alpha wolf dead, the rest of the pack hesitated for a moment, sensing their leader's demise. Kale stood tall, his chest heaving, covered in blood, but unwavering. The wolves, seeing that their chances were slipping away, turned and fled, retreating into the forest from where they came. Kale dropped the lifeless body of the alpha wolf to the ground and turned to the man. The battle was over, and the wolves had been driven away. The tribe had lost no lives that day, but they had learned a valuable lesson. Kale was not just their protector because of his strength. He was their protector because of his heart. His strength and his bravery had saved them all, and for that, they would be forever grateful. But Kale knew that the wild was unforgiving, and the struggle for survival would never stop. As he looked over the forest, his eyes searching the horizon, he knew that another challenge would come, and when it did, he would be ready. For now, the tribes celebrated their victory, their voices echoing through the forest as the sun began to set. And Kale, the Titan, stood tall, knowing that his people would always rely on him in their darkest moments.